See, try to visualize your physical classroom in the first semester when new admissions take place. What do we normally do? We interact with them. We don't start straight away the class. We talk to them. We will have introduction. We'll ask them to introduce. We introduce ourselves. Correct? We'll come to know their background. Slowly, slowly they start. Some students, they feel shy to speak in the beginning. Later you feel, okay, good. This boy was not speaking. Later by the semester end, you see, isn't it? The reason is, what happens in the beginning is, we do all of those things. And I tell you, that is not a waste of time. When you personally talk to students, right? We all do this. We talk to their, and sometimes even we will talk, okay, you studied in that undergraduation college. Okay, I know that college I visited. Why do we say like this? Acha, you are from Mysore. Okay, I have been there. Why do we say like this? See, all of these connecting dots, basically, they all create some sort of ice breaking and some sort of rapport building. As a whole, basically, they feel comfortable. Student, and just imagine now, do we do this in online? Do we do this? Maybe in terms of presentation, maybe next slide, madam. The principal. The next principal, I think you need to present.
Sir, there is a technical glitch, sir.
No issues. I will be comfortable. I can.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Make it this full. I don't need the notes display. Just let it be full screen. The first slide. Yes, principal number 1 slide. Correct. Make it full screen. Hope you are seeing this. All right. Even if you can bring in the next slide vision also, okay. So the idea here is, please see, it talks about psychological safety, and research supports what these authors say, that research in the field of education technology, in the field of instructional science, in the field of instructional design, it says research tells that there is a positive learning environment. If there is a positive learning environment, there is a more engagement and satisfaction with students. Therefore, they are making a statement, establishing a welcoming tone. Establishing a welcoming tone reduces anxiety. Please understand this. Teacher's tone itself creates something very. Let me share. No problem. Okay. Let me share. All right. So establishing a welcoming tone itself is very important. So what I have done is, in the next slides, I have added one, if that is a red color, a different font, one quotation also that relates to this idea. So I never teach pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they learn. Now, the activity that has been suggested here is, for simple personal introductions. You go to any of the learning management systems, say for example Moodle. It has got this feature. Students can introduce themselves by audio, by video, by text, in so many ways. Right? So in the beginning of the course, students can introduce themselves, and not simple, this book gives very variety of introductions. This book tells, you ask students to introduce and say 2 good things about you and 2 not so good things about you. Just imagine, Dr. Sangeeta, tell me 2 good things about you. If I ask you like this quickly, Maybe it is difficult. You start thinking, right? Is it good? Now tell me two not so good thing about you. Excellent. Very good. Just imagine it is not possible right now for the brevity of time. I may not be able to seek everyone's. Just imagine we have done it in the beginning classes. All the 56, 57 participants. We know each other in terms of their background, not just the. Normally in introductions, what happens? I am Sangeeta Sahu. I am from this college, and my master's is this. Only this much we say. But just imagine, I know something. She is very hardworking. Correct? And maybe she is impulsive. I need to be a bit careful with her when I'm saying something. Right? So this is about creating an atmosphere. Now, madam, have you shared the word file also in the group if you have any group?
Yes, sir, I have shared, sir.
Now, what I have done is, friends, it is not possible to explain very detailed technical things. What I have done is, it has got some more technical information in terms of from where I said research supports this. What is the research that supports? What actually you mean by psychological safety? Detailed notes are there. So, for example, in that book, that notes, additional books are given, and most of them you can download again. They are downloadable. Most of those research papers and books. For example, there is one most important Anderson's book is there. Theory and Practice of Online Learning. That's a very interesting book. You can download. So I have given the supplementary notes to each of the 10 slides, which are beyond the book, that Curtis Bond's book. That is my collection. Please understand this. The more explanation that I am giving in handouts are from my experience of teaching this idea. Okay, friends. So side by side, you please look into the handout that is given in the word file also. Okay, next slide, please. TEC, TE. E stands for encouragement. Have you noticed something? I was talking about principles and activities in the context of online. I'm not at all talking about technology. Please understand this. Pedagogy is focused here, not technology itself. How we use technology effectively depends on these simple basic principles. Encouragement is a principle now. What do you think students need? They need, whenever you are giving feedback, they're expecting you to motivate them, support them, encourage them. Your words will tell so many things. Your expressions will tell so many things. Okay, good, you have done good, but there is much more you can do. You can say, right? Instead of saying, no, I don't like this. Out of 10, you only deserve 3. No. He does not deserve at least this remark. He deserves 3 marks, but he does not deserve this remark. You're getting my point, right? Feedback is central, and being responsive. So many a times students ask questions. Correct? You as a teacher, you feel very silly question. I tell you, it's not a silly question. It's the most important question for that child. Hope you agree with me. Or you don't take that as a silly question, but you are facing a challenge in terms of time. If I take up this question, other important thing will be, I'm losing. Correct? But how responsive? Okay, this question I will take up sometimes later because I have to cover certain important things right now. Can we talk about this later? How responsive we are. How you are praising, how you are taking in any opportunity of praising the child. And ultimately, students should feel that I'm getting supported. Feedback and reinforcement are critical for motivation. Please understand this. And that too timely. It has to be very timely and very constructive feedback. Research says constructive feedback improves performance. Please understand this. Constructive feedback improves performance and they retain for more time. Now, going to the activity, this book suggests so many activities. One of the activities they are talking about is, example is student polling. It's easy. There are many features. You can ask them to go for polling, opinion poll, and you can ask, you can be their mobile mentor. You can give them expert feedback. Expert feedback means sometimes you go beyond your classrooms and bring in some other experts also in the field and have discussion. So this is about the second principle. Principle number 2, encouragement. Can we go to the next principle, please? Madam, till what time is our session, madam?
Sir, 12:45, sir.
Okay, I have some other time, some more time. Okay, the next principle is curiosity. You know, in our education circle, we say teaching is both art and science. Why do we say so? Dr. Dinesh is from education. Sangeeta also. Anybody from education or
Myself, Dr. Sudha.
Dr. Sudha wants to say something?
Absolutely.
Why
And
we say,
myself from,
yeah, Prem Kumar.
yes, sir, education, from education.
Yeah, please tell me, why do we say teaching is art and science?
Where we show the hands-on experiences, we illustrate and show the facts.
Good. Do you agree teaching is art and teaching is science?
Definitely, sir.
Why it is art? Tell me.
Art in the sense, no, we have to show the real experience.
No,
to
we
the-
show. We show. That is fine. We show. We demonstrate. That's not the only job. What is the
No,
word?
only-
Why
only-
it is word art is coming?
No.
Say, I
Art,
tell you,
no,
Dr.
a
Rajkumar.
person, you
Please,
should be able
Dr. Rajkumar.
to convey the concept, no, to the students.
Now tell me, Dr. Rajkumar, why we like him? He's an artist. The same dialogue, if someone else says, okay, but Rajkumar, we look at it like this. Because the same dialogue, he is bringing the life into this. Because he is an artist. Teacher is an also artist. Therefore, teaching is an art. Please, we are the actors, we are the hero in the classroom. Please understand this.
So we are role model. Through our personality, we shape our students' personality, sir.
Good. So therefore, when we are teaching, we are dramatizing most of the time. Through our body language, through the way we tell the story, through the way we communicate, whatever. Then why it is called science? Madam Sudha, want to say something? Why it is teaching?
Sir, it is considered as science because it involves a lot of skills and then procedures, definite procedures. Logically, we'll have to do something. That is why it is considered as a science.
Two important words, if you pay attention. It follows some procedure. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Some method.
Yes.
It has to
Yes.
follow. We
Yes,
cannot see whatever we have to teach, we have freedom in terms of dramatizing, storytelling. But what has to be taught, how much time I have to spend, it has got its own method, system I have to follow. So therefore we got training. So teaching is both art and science. And curiosity is one such an element. Curiosity is one such element. We are free. We are having this freedom to bring in whatever subject you are teaching. Have you noticed the same content, two teachers make it a lot of difference? Many of you are from outside, but few of you are from Karnataka. Okay, I will take another role model of mine. Say, for example, actor Anant Nag, a very veteran actor, Anant Nag. Okay, respected very highly in terms of acting skills. Right? The way teaching is said, I am making one statement. Some sort of statement, you please, if you want to note it down. Teaching is only 25% preparation. Teaching is only 25% preparation. Rest is performance. What do you mean by this?
So it is not important what we teach, it is important how we teach.
Exactly.
Present in the class.
Exactly. Excellent, sir. See, it is not possible to teach the whatever we have planned before going to class. It happens something else in the classroom. Some spontaneous live humor, examples, the mood, all those things, improvisation, we call it. Why I used Anantnag's is this, if the kind of improvisations they bring in. There is a Kannada movie called Sarkari Hiriya Prathamika Shale. Its context is in Kasargod. Towards the end of the movie, in the courtroom, the kind of acting he has done, it is purely improvisation, I thought. If anybody Kannadigas have seen these movies, will appreciate this. Okay, friends. Madam, you have seen, Doctor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's true, sir. Even I am of the opinion. It is just improvisation. That's true. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now,
One
therefore,
more, sir.
friends,
There is one more. If you have seen the Batman movie, sir, the Heath Ledger, who has
yeah,
died now.
excellent. That's a good
He has
example.
also the bomb scene, which was being shoot. The bomb didn't exploded at the time.
Yes,
So
yes.
he did improvisation with the remote. He tapped it multiple times, and then suddenly it bombed. So that was also kept in the movie. That shot,
Wonderful.
totally improvisation, sir.
That's a great example. I was trying to localize because I thought some of my
Yes, sir.
friends are from Kannada. Good. Thank you. So curiosity-driven activities align with theory. This theory is constructivist learning theories. Please understand, those who are not from education, these curiosity-driven activities, they very well align with the constructivist learning theories. In the handouts, I have given more about what is constructivist learning theories, what are additional learning resources. You go through those things. Engaging learners through exploration, the statement is being made here. Engaging learners through exploration enhances learning outcomes. Okay, friends? There is an activity that has been suggested here, just-in-time teaching. Anybody aware of this just-in-time teaching? You know this, maybe not by this name. We all use this just-in-time teaching. It's an instructional strategy, one of the very interesting, simple instructional strategy. It can be used very well in online. Often we do this in a different way, but in a tradition, in a bookish way, when we talk instructional strategies in online, we call this as a just-in-time teaching. Let me tell you quickly what is this just-in-time teaching. Suppose you teach, Dr. Srinivas, what do you teach?
Sir, I teach pedagogy of teaching English.
English. Suppose you are comfortably done with unit number 1 and unit number 2. What I mean by 50% you have completed your syllabus. Now you are very well, have good rapport with the students, they know. And the third unit has got something more important. Some third unit has got something more important. That time you may use this just-in-time teaching. What are the conditions I said? The condition is that you have good rapport now. And the most important topic you are going to teach. What we do normally here in just-in-time is there are 4 steps or 4 stages. In first step, what sir does is ask students, tell students, announces students that such and such topic I'm going to take up, and this will happen in our live classes after 10 days or next week. And what you do is you study this by yourself through whatever means you have. There are open education resources, YouTube videos on this topic, lot of PDF files are available, so many things, materials available. You Where do you think I spend time in lunch because you have understood very well? Can you list the resources that you have used so far? Arrange them below alphabetically or whatever manner. Like this, few basic questions. Second step, done. Now go to the next step, the third step. The third step is you at your desk. Go back to the sorry. Okay, good. Go back. Third step is at your desk. You analyze the feedback of the students, their responses, and you will see that there is some pattern. Say, for example, students don't want you to give the introduction much. Don't spend the time on introduction. Why I'm telling this? Please pay attention. The principal's slide, if I have to move that time, how much time background I have spent? At least half an hour I have spent with you all. Just imagine if I know you all and you know the background, I would have saved that for 30 minutes. Straight I have gone into. Next time if I teach, you will say, sir, don't tell all those things background. We have understood. Directly, can you explain more about the principles? And friends, what you have done is you have saved the most. So then the fourth stage is when you go to the class is a specially designed class. It's a created class, deliberately created class, and students will get what they are expecting, and you deliver what you want to deliver better. This is called, I don't know why they have named just in time teaching, but this is what you can chat GPT also, you can ask and you can Google. It's a very interesting, and they bring in a lot of elements like curiosity and. Okay, friends, let's move ahead. Madam, next principle number 4. Principle number 4 talks about variety. Tech variety, TEC, variety V. Variety is about, again, it's about, see what happens is if we bring in some fun, some humor without hurting anybody, okay, and we can try and bring in some, so these are, you remember the teachers who taught you through most fun and correct. There is a theory called cognitive load theory. It's very interesting amongst the instructional strategies, instructional design, especially we study in education. I'm talking to those who are not from education background. So this theory is very interesting. Every person should be reading this. Any professor of chemistry, any professor of physics, they should be, any subject, economics, they should be reading this cognitive load theory. The name itself suggests something. Something is coming to your mind. There is a load that is coming as a result of some content that we are doing, and cognitive load has got some limitation. And the answer is variety. Answer is very simple. We are not saying that you don't load them. What we are saying is that load them with variety of instructional methods. We are all, most of us, we are from education. What is the principle behind timetable scheduling? Madam Sujata, she is very well expert in science teaching, and in schools, why do we basically timetable? Why not from tomorrow onwards in your demonstration schools, 1 week only science, next week only maths? Why don't we do this, madam?
It's not possible, sir. Because the multiple subjects that are there, it's not that students have only orientations towards particular one subject. Student must be engaged with all the other aspects and looking into even with holistic development that NCERT is talking, and we are moving towards the holistic progress cards.
Holistic. Now, I will say I'm your principal. I will say we will still do it, but 1 week you do only mathematics. Next week, why can't we do that?
The abilities of the students and the interest of the students, many aspects will matter, sir.
Interest. What happens is you cannot sustain interest in the same thing for long time. Their capabilities in terms of interest is the span of attention, 30 minutes, 40 minutes gone. They don't want to see the same teacher in the next period. You know what? Have you noticed the teachers, especially school or +2? Have you noticed when you come out of your classroom, before coming out of your classroom, when you are in the classroom, there is a silence. But suddenly, when you come out of the classroom, there is a What is a silence or something else? There is a big noise. Don't you think that's a happy cry because they have you have left the class and now let me enjoy, the sir has gone.
Yeah, relieved.
Madam, agree with this? Because the cognitive, so variety they want. Diverse formats prevent cognitive. This is what research in instructional science says. We need to have diverse formats of teaching. So role play, social networking. There is a method called in online. It can be easily used. Time constrained presentations. Madam Sujata, do you have presentations in this batch as a part
Yes,
of?
sir. Yes, sir. We do have on
How much
Saturday.
time do you give them?
Sir,
How much time do they get for a presentation?
so as of now, we have given them 5 because the number is
5
large.
minutes. 5 minutes. So good enough. Just imagine, for example, you announce them as a 30 minutes. Just imagine, just for imagination only, hypothetically. Dr. Srinivas comes and says, I have 30 minutes presentation. And suddenly you tell him, no, you do it in 5 minutes. Is it difficult for you? Is it easy for you, Dr. Srinivas?
Sir,
You want to tell so many things, you have come prepared, but you have to give your best within 5 minutes. You cannot give excuse. So best of your thing will come out. I tell you, it's variety. Sometimes we can ask students unannounced, time constrained presentations. How difficult it is to make presentations in 3 minutes, tell me. But you want to do your best. But it's a variety. This is just one example. So cognitive load theory suggests the variety. Thank you so much. Can we go to the next slide, please? This principle, it's related more to the higher education students. They want this more autonomy, freedom. They want to have these choices. They should feel that I am the one who is making the choice, whether to take assignment, whether to make presentation, whether to do this, whether to do that course. So students should feel, and they should feel that I am in control. Most of the time, I'm in control. And they should feel that the things that are being offered to me are very much flexible. I have a lot of opportunities. Otherwise, higher education students these days or any time, they feel suffocated. Same is applicable in online context, online situation. Students should have this feeling of choice, control, flexibility, and opportunities. This theory again from psychology, self-determination theory. You know, let me give you example. Your children are studying in +2, for example. Okay, you are asking them to prepare for, you are asking, please underline, you are asking them to study for NEET, you are asking them to, correct? So they do good, they may not do good. One of the reason is they are not self-determined. On the other hand, you just see the little bit grown-up students when they prepare for civils by their own. I have seen students who study whole night. You tell them, "Arey Baba, sleep." They don't sleep. Because the purpose, they are clear and they are self-determined. So most of the time, if you try and make them self-determined in terms of writing whatever content or whatever engagement we are doing, so it has got a lot of benefits. Or the statement being made here, please pay attention to the second point. Autonomous learning environments lead to higher engagement. Please understand this. Autonomous learning environments lead to higher engagement and ultimately the students will have satisfaction. Say, for example, here, Dr. Srinivas, sorry, I forgot. What is the subject you teach?
Sir, English.
See, pedagogy of English, you are teaching this course. There is a lot of material, huge material available on this in the internet, in the form of open education resources. Before starting the course, tell them, students, what is wrong. Tell them, see, there are huge amount of material available. You consume that. Come prepared. What is wrong in it?
Nothing comes.
Let them explore. Then you go, see, especially now what is happening, students, you can't stop them using mobile in classrooms also. Madam, I was asking this question very other day. I was asking, in teacher education, there is a Justice Verma committee. Why justice has to come for a committee in education? I asked this question. Students were talking about to improve the quality, to do so many things. One student said to deal with corruption. I said, how did you guess this? No, I did not guess. ChatGPT is telling me this. Isn't it? So it's about autonomy that we have given. What is the point in teacher education? Justice is asked to help us. Why not an educationist help us? Correct? So availability of open teaching, availability of MOOCs, make them use and bring that. And students these days, they come with preparation and they expect more from us beyond that. They know information level teaching, they know it already. But beyond that, what we have. So this principle sounds very good in the context of higher education. Hot seat questioning. You go through that book that details how to do those activities. They have given the systematic steps also. Okay, friends. So I think we have to move. Another 10-15 minutes is there. So please, next slide. Relevance. In higher education, another important thing that the students relate is whether it is relevant to me or not. If it is relevant to them, they go to any extent to learn that. We don't have to do much things. It has to be meaningful to them. Please understand this. It has to be very much meaningful to them, and whatever content we are giving, it has to be very much authentic. The sources, they want to know today, they want to know. Earlier, say some 15, 20 years back, Madam Sujata, when I started my teaching, students used to ask notes, class notes, material. They will Xerox, photocopy. Now, have you seen some last 5, 6, 8 years, they are least bothered to ask our notes. Because a lot of materials, what is our job is, see, this is the theory that I'm talking about. This is authentic because you see, this is the source I'm coming. Now, right now, I thought, luckily I have added the source to all the slides from where I'm bringing this. It's authentic. And we need to be making very interesting. We should be sounding interest to the students as far as possible. Again, teaching is art, I said. We try to make it more. See, for example, let us take our own example. I said principles and activities is based on the tech variety book. And tech variety book I have already given to you. You have downloaded this. You have no doubt on the principles that we are talking about. Hope you. So there is a theory called situated learning theory. Situated learning theory says, say for example, if some of you are not at all interested in online teaching, this session does not relate to you. It is not meaningful to you. Some of you feel like maybe I will go and teach tomorrow online. So therefore it becomes meaningful. And the content that I have provided is authentic. And as far as possible, I'm trying to put to you in a very interesting manner to best of my ability. Okay. So situated learning gives emphasis to real world context. If it is useful, then only. So students are motivated when learning is connected. Please understand this. Students are motivated when learning is connected to personal and professional lives. Okay, friends? Ask in activity, these are suggested. Ask them to write a strategic planning paper. Whatever you have taught, you taught some English concept. Now ask them to write how it is connected to the real world. Maybe ask them to write an article in the newspaper. Maybe already something has been written in the newspaper. Ask them to comment on that. Currently, what is happening in the country? For example, political science you are teaching, right? What is happening in the parliament? What constitution talks about these provisions? if you are teaching. So I'm not the person from political science, whatever current news feeds. So this is how you can make, see, every content in the syllabus is already relevant, but we have to make it sound relevant in terms of meaningful, authentic, and interesting. Next slide, please, madam. Engagement does not come without interaction. Interaction will happen with collaboration, team-based teaching, community-based learning. Again, a theory called social constructive theory is very popular. The social constructive theory, it promotes collaboration. Gone are those days, isolated learning, gone are those days. We have to be learning together. Interactive activities enhance learning, critical thinking, and problems. See, more importantly, in higher education, we are not just sharing the content, we are making them problem solvers in their own respective field. This happens with the team learning, interaction. So the activity that has been suggested here is interactive learner questioning, discussion, brainstorming, mind mapping, and even idea visualization. Idea visualization is one very interesting thing. Put an idea and discuss in the classroom. You never know, so many ideas will come. I frequently do in my physical face-to-face classrooms. And very interesting ideas come from students. I was talking sometime, if I give assignment to you, and if I tell you not to use AI, or on the other hand, again you want to use AI, what are the scenario, what are the situation, how beneficial and how not beneficial? I got so many interesting things. One of the students says, sir, if I use ChatGPT, I will at least come to know what is the scrap in this field. At least I will omit. That saves my time, sir. 70% is a scrap, 30% I will focus and I will read them, sir. I'm not denying that I should be not reading this content. So chat AI is helpful in at least identifying which is the not useful, which is most useful. I did not thought about this. This idea, I found it very interesting. See, student has spontaneously, I said, did you read the benefits of AI somewhere? No, sir, nothing, sir, I did. It came to my mind. So in interaction, we get a lot of ideas. So, okay, friends, the next slide, please. Engagement. Finally, the engagement in a real sense. How does it happen, engagement? Please tell me. Don't you think without effort we go to class? No, we do a lot of effort. We have to involve in the classroom. We do invest a lot of our energy. Don't you think that this class for which I have come, principals and have I not done my effort before coming to the class? Don't you think I'm having 100% involvement in spite of having phone on? So many phones are coming still. Some I ignored, some I said I will call you back because that is more important. 100% involvement and investment. You can see the content which I have created for you, the handouts. At least around 25 to 30 must read resources I have given to you. And I have gone through all of them. If somebody is interested, one can write a paper on this. Just using these resources. Active learning strategies increase engagement and learning. Engagement involves in the beginning, as we have tried to understand its definition, behavioral level, emotional level, and cognitive. At 3 level, the engagement has to be visible. At behavioral level, we should be visible, we should be seen. I normally see, in a lighter sense, I'm saying normally in my online classes, I don't request the participants to turn on their videos. If they found interesting, they themselves, I respect their privacy, I respect the way they want to sit. But if they found interesting, they come back. Engagement cannot be forced. Please understand this. It has to be visible in terms of behavior, in terms of emotion, and in terms of content. Microblogging, course discussion, interactive multimedia. These are some of the things. Next slide, please. Two more. I'm quickly hurrying. Tension. It sounds very interesting for you. How tension is a principle. Tension in a very positive sense. Let the classrooms be the space where you have dialogue and discussion. Let there be challenge for the teacher also. You question, sir, I don't agree with this principle. No matter. Okay, let us discuss on this. What is wrong in arguing on this? You may be having some other valid points. Let there be challenge. Let there be dissonance. Let there be controversy, not in negative sense, controversy on the content for the benefit of the subject. Make notes of that. There's a theory called Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. Very interesting theory. It suggests that optimal learning and some challenges. Have you seen children sometimes you ask them, some young children, you ask them for lunch, breakfast or snacks. They ignore that. They're in their copy, they're writing something. Unless they finish it, they don't want to come. Because there is something challenging is happening in their mind. They don't want to leave it. Especially simultaneous equations class 7, 8 students. They don't want to leave there unless they finish it. Because it is challenging their intellectual capabilities. If you have some challenges in terms of tension, they will perform better. Appropriately challenging task stimulates creative thinking. Please understand this. Appropriate, it's a theory, it's saying, it's not me. Appropriately challenging the task, it stimulates critical thinking. And ultimately, with the help of critical thinking, what happens is the deep learning. In higher education, our job is to take them to the deep learning, not very superficial learning. So the activities that have been suggested in this book are debating controversial news, structured controversy, structured role debates, argument and debate mapping kind of things. You map them. You make notes of that. And ultimately, the challenge and the tension should be for learning purpose, not we are fighting with each other. Correct? It's not frequently in television shows, what happens in political, say each person says whatever he wants to say. He is not listening to others. He is convinced in his own way. No, in our academic circles, we are talking to each other, we are debating to each other, even though we have differing opinions. Okay, friends, the last one, the next slide. Ultimately, the next slide tells you the last principle is whatever efforts we have done, it should be giving some results. See, what is the instructional purpose of my class? My purpose is I want to put to you, because in 90 minutes is not possible, but at least I have said that there are 10 principles. My job is done. What was my goal? My goal was that these faculty, these professors at various levels in various institutions and colleges, they're teaching, and sometimes they go for online teaching also. My goal is to tell them that teaching in offline, teaching is online are not same. You're a very great teacher in offline, but you may not, it does not guarantee that you are a good teacher in online also. So my goal is to tell you this. This was my goal. And I had a purposeful vision. For this, I have done something. And I have a ownership on this content. Because I have internalized this. I myself convinced this. Only then I will be able to talk to you. So the content we should be creating in such a manner that, so therefore, the theory, goal setting theory. See, all of these are backed very well by very thoughtfully worked psychological principles. Goal setting theory tells if student knows by doing this, if I'm achieving this, he will do more. There is a story, what is that? Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland, this story, in that story, two characters, two cats, they talk to each other. One cat says to another cat, rather he asks a question, says, where is this road goes, where this road goes to. The second cat asks, you tell me, where do you want to? The second cat says, tell me, where do you want to? The first question says, I don't mind wherever. Then the second question says, then why are you asking? You go wherever this road takes you. That means there is no purpose, there is no goal. Then why are you asking? Right? So goal setting itself tells us, I am after this going to this spot. So therefore, I will be choosing this, the shortest. There could be 100 ways, the shortest. So working towards concrete goals enhances motivation. If you are working towards a concrete goal, students will have strong motivation and they retain also. So the activities that have been suggested here are asking students to student documentaries. Say, for example, book review. Madam Sujata, what you can do is ask your students, though not compulsory, don't make compulsory, I normally don't do that. Ask them to review one of the principles in the book. There are 10 principles. You review by yourself, one section, because this is a 300, 400 page book. Catch hold of any one principle and write a review and submit it to madam. And if possible, madam will submit it to me. Let me see. It is beyond your assessments, okay? So I'll stop here. Few more slides are there. They are self-explanatory. You can see it. If you want, you can quickly share, but I will stop here. If you have any questions, we will take them quickly, because maybe you have another, I wanted to finish in 10-15 minutes before only, so that we would have taken a few questions. But anyway, if time permits or if it is okay, I'm here.
Yes, sir. The session is open for discussion. Any questions, participants? No questions? Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I want to ask about how to tackle a screen time problem that we face due to online engagement of the students. They are not very attentive